Mother? Mother, you in here? It's David, Mother.
There was silence. Then David, in the torchlight, saw a bundle on the floor. It was a rough-looking man. A tin of lighter fuel was on the ground next to him.
Who the devil are you? A tramp?
David was shaking, but slowly approached the bundle in the rags on the floor. Cautiously he shook him, but the man was totally lifeless.
Oh, Lord. Poor devil. He's dead. Wonder how long he's been here. What the hell am I going to do? Get the police and a doctor.
In the shock of the moment, David dropped his torch on the floor and ran outside. He jumped into his car and drove quickly out of the wood and back towards home. There was a hefty banging at the door of Manor Farm. Major Harcourt was not amused at being disturbed from his night's sleep.
All right, don't wake the entire village. Whoever you are, this had better be good.
Morning, Major. Sorry to trouble you.
Good Lord, Sergeant. What on earth's happened?
There's a dead man in your tithe barn.
What? My tithe barn? How the devil do you know that? Who is it? Or was it?
Not as yet identified. David Emblings found it in there.
At 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, well, he was searching for his mother. She's disappeared, I'm afraid, and in desperation he tried the tithe barn and found this chap lying in there.
Glue sniffer?
Yeah, well, he had a can of lighter fuel with him.
Oh, what on earth's the matter with these people, eh? What I'd like to know is why it's not illegal.
Anyhow, sir, I wonder if we could trouble you to come along to the barn. It needs securing. My colleagues from Cartampton are checking it over now.
Oh, no piss for the wicked. Look, give me a quarter of an hour, Sergeant. I'll be there.
The Salvation Army Hostel is located just off the marketplace in Market Langford. The Army, of course, helps people from all walks of life. This particular night they'd taken deliverance of a lost soul. Major Goodall led the elderly lady by the arm and found her a bed. He realised that communication with her was difficult.
Now you sit down here, my dear. You seem to be very confused, bless you. Have you lost your memory?
I did some shopping this morning. David needed some new school shirts. His leather satchel's got tatty too, but I couldn't find nobody who sells them.
Is David your grandson?
No, he's my son. My husband's got all the hay-making to do.
Your farmers?
Where's Mr. Mills? He used to have the chemist shop on Market Street.
I'm afraid Mr. Mills has been long gone. You're going back at least 40-odd years, my dear.
Everything all right, Mr. Goodall?
And would you get this lady a nice cup of tea, please? She seems terribly confused. A lorry driver who was on his way to Edinburgh almost knocked her over. She was apparently wandering along the middle of the road. She's lucky to be alive by all accounts.
Any idea who she is?
Well, she says her husband's a farmer and she's got a son named David. But who she is and where she's from, I've no idea. Anyway, the police are on their way.
Hello, Mrs. Would you like a biscuit with your cup of tea? And do you take sugar?
Edith looked up at the young woman but didn't answer her. She looked extremely confused and started mumbling to herself. Anne glanced at Major Goodall and went to the kitchen. He sat back on the bed with Edith and tried to find out more from her. It was mid-morning in Hampton Woods, and police cars of varying sizes were parked outside the Tithe Barn. Fred Partridge's guilty conscience began to get the better of him, and as he pulled up in his old truck, he began to think that perhaps they'd caught up with him for his less than respectable dealings over at Blackberry Copse. It might look a bit odd if he jumped back into his truck and drove away again, so he gulped heavily and walked towards the barn.
Oh, what a wretched business.
What's going on here, then?
Morning, Fred. A death in the barn.
Eh?
David Emblings found a solvent abuser inside the barn, dead from his habit.
Good God alive! How long's that been going on down here, then?
I've no idea. It wasn't until I asked you to tidy this place up that I caught wind of something going on in there.
Here, I hope thee doesn't think as I got nothing to do with this.
No, of course not.
Sergeant Tidcombe came out of the Tithe Barn and walked towards the pair of them. The look on his face was very grim.
I'm afraid it don't end there, Major. What is it, Sergeant?
They found another body, I'm afraid.
What?
The first man was about 45. They just found a young lad of about 14, bundled in the corner. Oh, this is a part of the job I absolutely hate.
14-year-old, eh?
And all for sniffing blessed glue. Oh, you'd never ruddy believe it, would you?
There had been a fall of rain, and Edwin Clark splashed through the puddles that were dotted around the village green and up the vicarage driveway. On arrival at the large double front doors, he rang the bell.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Clark. To what do we owe the pleasure?
Yeah, you heard the news, have you? Been on the radio too.
News, Mr. Clark?
Yeah, they found 2 dead bodies over at some Tithe Barn near here.
Oh dear. Not Major Harcourt's Tithe Barn, surely?
Just outside ACREBURY, Rev.
Well, that's the only one. Oh, how terrible. Surely not murder.
Nope, solvent abuse.
Oh.
But on to happier things, Rev.
Well, you better come inside.
I've got some news about the clock for you.
Oh, have you? Look, Mr. Clark, please don't take this the wrong way, but...
We got all the gubbins. We can start on the repairs whenever you like, see?
Oh. But how much? We don't have the money to pay for it as yet.
No money required, Vic. All paid for, see?
What do you mean all paid for?
Well, let's just say it's our little offering towards the good Lord above.
You mean it isn't going to cost the church or the village anything?
Not a brass farthing, Padre. So, when would you like us to get going, then?
David Embling was still rocked by his discovery in the early hours of the morning and by the fact that his mother was still missing. As he sat at the kitchen table messing with his cup of coffee, Gwen went into the office to answer the telephone. She came hurrying back into the kitchen and sighed deeply.
David! That was the police. They found your mum. She's all right. Somebody found her wandering in the road and took her to the Salvation Army Hostel in Market Langford. They're bringing her home now.
Oh, thank God.
So stop fretting.
No, it was just finding that bloke there in the barn. I can't get over it, love.
I know, love. It must have been a terrible shock. But I can't really understand why you went over there.
Well, I was desperate to find our mother, Gwen. You know that.
Yes, of course. But you do realise we're now going to have to get professional help with respect to Edith. You do now accept that, don't you, David?
Yes, 'tain't fair to expect you to do it all. What was the name of that organisation you was telling me about t'other day?
The Alzheimer's Disease Association. Betty Barrett was telling me about it. They supply support and care assistance.
All right, love. You give 'em a ring then, all right?
Carol Harris wasn't sure she could take much more. She sat at home wishing Alec could be with her. Sergeant Tidcombe had called with some bad news, and she had to break it to Noel when he got home from school. She was going to have to be tactful. The front door slammed in true Noel Harris style.
Noel! Just a minute, love. Can you come in here? I want to speak to you. Hello, Mum. Hey, guess what? Sneaky Pickles wasn't at school. They don't know where he is. I've always called him a bit of a skiver. No. Love, look, this isn't going to be easy. I've got something to tell you. Sit down, please. Sergeant Tidcombe called to see me with some bad news. It's about Stephen Pickles. What about him, Mum? I'm afraid he was found dead in Major Harcourt's old Tithe Barn in the early hours of this morning. He died of solvent abuse. Oh, I'm so sorry, love. I know he was your friend.
Noel looked numb. He stared at his mum, then went red in the face.
If you want to cry, Noel, I'll understand. Honest.